Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Keegan here, and I'm back with another video for you guys, and I hope you guys are all having a nice day so far. Anyways, it's time for another edition of Keegan's Movie Reviews. So today we're going to be talking about three movies this time. One of them I saw in theaters last night, and the other two are actually movies that I've been meaning to talk about for quite some time, but I always keep putting them off and just never getting around to talking about them. So I'm finally going to talk about them today. Anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's just get right into it. So the first film we're going to be talking about is the one I saw in theaters last night, and that is the 1984 crime drama film Blood Simple, which was directed by the Coen brothers, and it first premiered at the USA Film Festival on March 26th, 1984, but didn't get a wide release until January 18th of 1985. And this was the feature-length debut film from the Coen brothers, and also the first film for actress Frances McDormand, who would later work work on Fargo with the Coen brothers. And this movie's been on my watch list for the longest time. And when I found out that my favorite theater was going to be doing a screening of this movie, I decided to go ahead and check it out. And I thought it was a pretty great movie and a great debut film for the Coen brothers. So we'll get into the storyline pretty quickly and then we'll get into my thoughts on it. So let's take a dive into Blood Simple. So in this film, it follows the wife of a bar owner in Texas who has an affair with one of the bartenders in the bar until one night the husband finds out that he's being cheated on and devises a plan to have both his wife and her lover murdered. And without giving away too much, that's basically the story of the film in a nutshell. I really enjoyed this one, and I thought it was a great debut film from the Coen brothers. You can't go wrong with the Coen brothers. They do some great movies like The Big Lebowski, No Country for Old Men, and a couple of other ones. And I must say, this was a really good start for them for their first film. It definitely made quite a name of themselves for their first feature. I really liked the overall style and tone of the film. It was fairly dark, it was gritty, and it was pretty funny at times too. Kind of what some of their crime films are best known for. And Frances McDormand was really good in the film, and this was her first film she acted in too, as a matter of fact. And this was kind of the film that, well, even though it was her first feature, this was her breakout role too. Kind of the same words, I'm pretty sure, but whatever. Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty dark. It was funny, and it was an overall really well made film that I really enjoyed, and I will definitely be checking out again. And if you're a big fan of the Coen brothers, definitely give this one a watch. It's one of their best films, and it was their very first film. And this might be one of the best debut films from any director that I've seen, in my opinion. But definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I will definitely be checking it out again someday. And yeah, so I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving Blood Simple an 8 out of 10. The next film we're going to be talking about is the 1984 drama film Paris, Texas, which was directed by Wim Wenders and first premiered at the Cannes Film Festival on May 19th, 1984, and was eventually released on August 23rd, 1984. And this is a film that I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while. I actually rewatched it a while back in April, along with the next film we're going to be talking about. And it's a truly fantastic film. It's definitely one of the greatest films of all time. And this was also the film that took home the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival that year when it came out. And I think it rightfully deserved it. And yeah, so we'll get to the storyline pretty quickly and then we'll get into my thoughts on this masterpiece of a film. And yeah, let's take a dive into Paris, Texas. So, this film follows a man named Travis, played by the late Harry Dean Stanton, and Travis is a drifter who's been wandering around aimlessly for over 4 years and has gone missing without a trace until one day he wakes up in a doctor's office, and the doctor calls his brother Walt, played by the late Dean Stockwell, who comes to Texas to pick him up and bring him back to LA with Walt's wife and Travis's son, who has been kind of who Walt and his wife have been the guardian, well, kind of parents to Travis's son since Travis went missing and his wife disappeared a few years not long after Travis went missing. And basically, Travis is trying to get back into society, and then one day he and his son travel to Texas, I think is where they go around the end, to go to reunite with Travis's wife named Jane. And it's a really simple story, but it is a really, really well written story, I must say. And that's basically what the story is about in a nutshell. I remember the first time I watched Paris, Texas. It was like 2 years ago. I watched it on Blu-ray because I own the Criterion of it, and I also rewatched it on that format. And I'm not exactly sure how to describe what I felt when I first watched it, but I was absolutely mind blown when I first watched it. And it's a really, really well done film. The acting is all really well done. Like, everyone in this movie is fantastic in the film, and especially the monologue between Travis and Jane at the Peep House booth around the end of the film was just so well written. Like, the discussions between the two characters around the end was just so well written, and it kind of hits deep, if you know what I mean. Just wow, it's like poetry almost. And the cinematography is really well done. It's really well shot and really well acted, and it's just so well casted too. And in my opinion, this was Harry Dean Stanton's best performance ever. May he rest in peace, by the way. And all in all, it's a truly fantastic film that I believe anyone who likes films should check out. Like, it's a masterpiece of a film. It might not be a movie for everyone. You might like it, you might not. But I personally thought this movie was fantastic. And it is a bit of a long movie, not like 3 hours or anything. It's nearly clocking in at nearly 2.5 hours. But the runtime, it doesn't matter the runtime. Like, the runtime just fits this movie perfectly. And I really like the music of the film and the choices of the score and stuff. And it's just, oh, this movie was just brilliant. I wish I could go back and revisit the film the first time, because this is one of the few movies where I wish I could watch again for the first time over again. I really would. But all in all, it's a fantastic film. And despite this as being one of the two movies from Wim Wenders that I've seen so far, the other one being his most recent film, Perfect Days, which I talked about a little while ago. That's another great movie too. I will definitely be checking out some more of Wim Wenders' other films, like Wings of Desire and a couple of other ones. But yeah, all in all, this movie was fantastic, and I would highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. And yep, so I'm giving Paris, Texas a 9.5 out of 10. And the last film we're going to be talking about in this video is the 1999 historical drama film Sunshine, which was directed by Esteban Sesbo and was originally released on December 17th, 1999. And this is a film I watched for the first time a little while ago. I actually watched it the day after I rewatched Paris, Texas, which was back in April. And this is a movie that not a lot of people seem to talk about these days, and I don't think anybody on YouTube has really talked about it, so I guess I'm the only person on YouTube who's going to be talking about it, since I couldn't really find any review of this movie on YouTube. So, yeah. And this is a movie that's been on my watch list for quite some time, and I finally got around to watching it a little while ago. And I thought it was pretty great for the most part. And this is a 3 hour historical drama film that centers around three generations of a Hungarian Jewish family from the 1890s up to the 1950s. And Ralph Fiennes plays as three men, three generations of the men in the family. The first was a lawyer turned a politician who fought in the wars, I believe, around the first story. Then the second half has him playing the son, well, the second son, who was an Olympic fencing champion who gets caught up in the Holocaust. And the third and final story follows Ralph Fiennes playing the grandson who survives the war and becomes a communist for the Soviet Union and experiences betrayal and stuff like that. I don't really want to give away too much of the story, but it's a pretty interesting movie. I like the fact that Ralph Fiennes plays as three men in one movie, but they all look completely different. Like, you can't really tell a difference between out of the three characters. It was actually pretty unique. And I kind of like these kind of movies where it follows like a generation of a family or like the rise or fall of something. It's kind of one of those movies. And it's a pretty long movie. It is exactly 3 hours long, but there was no part of this movie where I was bored. I was pretty well invested in the story, and I thought Ralph Fiennes did a great job playing as the three men in this movie. And this is kind of one of his more underrated performances, in my opinion. And I'm actually kind of shocked that not a lot of people seem to talk about this movie. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really well shot film with some really good music and really good classical score choices for the film soundtrack, which I really liked. And the set designs were pretty spot on for the time periods each time in the film took place in, from the late 1800s to the mid to late 1950s. And all in all, it was sad at times. It was a bit dark at times around the second half with the Holocaust scenes, which were kind of hard to watch, including when one of the characters gets tortured to death, which I don't want to spoil it, but all in all, I really enjoyed this film. I'm actually surprised that not a lot of people talk about it. It doesn't even have a Blu-ray release. You can only get this movie on VHS and DVD, but the DVD is long out of print though, which I watched this one on DVD. But all in all, I really enjoyed Sunshine. And if you like these kind of movies that are 3 hours long, and yeah, I think you'd enjoy this one. I personally really enjoyed it, and I will definitely sit down and give this one a watch again. But I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving Sunshine a 7.8 out of 10. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment below, subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and share the video with your friends. And more videos will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for more. And what do you guys think of these three movies? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, guys. So anyways, until next time, this is Keagan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out.